Took a while. Right, hey everybody, your Warriors buddy here. So, last episode we almost made it to the start of going to vabbi. We finally got Master of Whispers, so huzzah! And now we're going to start pushing into vabbi and hopefully be there and mostly done vabbi. I doubt that by the end of tonight's stream. I'm on root beer again tonight because I've been drinking beer already tonight. Had a friend over for a little barbecue. Alright, so here we go. We're in Rylon's Refuge. This is one of the tougher missions, I think, of Nightfall. And then afterwards we go to the Chantry of Secrets and then up into this glorious, beautiful area. I didn't get a chance to rune up all my characters, so that's still something that needs to get done. Had a fairly busy day. But let's push on. This shouldn't be too hard of a mission, because I don't plan on doing the bonus really, but we'll see when we get there. We'll see how quickly we can get through this. Yeah, let's take a pumpkin slice and a birthday cupcake. Oh yeah, don't you run in like a crazy person? Which way do you go? I have to follow you in. Okay, you do go this way. Okay, sweet. It's weird sometimes replaying through some of these missions because, you know, I remember just how hard they were the first time. Or the missions that I ended up having to request help from the guild. So now that we have another Necro with us, we're running a... Oh, what's it called? It's not Discord. There was a name for this Necro build we're running. But we're running a partial that. We only have one Mesmer, so we don't have, you know, a pure teardown build. What is Gwen doing? She's sitting there not casting any skills. Hey Gwen. What are you doing? Don't tell me Gwen's broken or something. That would be bad. Okay, she's casting skills. Good. Is everybody casting skills? Zed, you're not casting any skills. Why aren't you casting any skills? Okay, so I don't know what was wrong with those chill bars, but they weren't casting any skills, so hopefully this fixes it. Wait, do we go this way or do we go this way? Let's wait for Delia. This way it is. Oh, and then she does a hard left. She's crazy. Now what's going to be curious is when we get to the drought, just how much damage she does, because see, there's this thing. 50% more earth damage, and I think that's what kills us. It does like Ebon Hawk or something, and it does so much damage. Corn and bracers. Ooh, corn and pennants. Not even sure it's worth grabbing the corn and pennants, but we're gonna do it anyway. Come on, Dolly, open the door. Yep. Let's go. Alright, now if memory serves, I have to avoid combat here, and I have to get my party through. And I have to get them through over here. Yeah, everybody just keep running. Just keep running. Just keep running. Come on, whoever it is. Open the door. Ah, shit. Come on, go through the door. I'll resurrect Zed. And then is it off to the sides? Where do we need to go after this? Go through here. Alright, we need to go through these guys first without killing them. So go! Go, 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 go. Alright. And Talcor is dead. That's okay, we can go resurrect her. Where'd she die? Right there? Okay, sweet. Alright, so I'm gonna go res her. And I think as long as I take the main hit, going through these doors, should be fine. Oh, this isn't going to go well at all. No, no, no. Oh no. Yeah, these are the wrong heroes. This is the wrong build. This is not going to work that way. We're going to have to do it the slow way and not get the bonus. Which makes sense. This time we'll kill all the droughtlings. And I'll use one of my reinforcement thingies, which I should have used in the first place. So I'm surprised Mike hasn't come on. He was complaining yesterday and on the channel as well of what I was saying about the Kappa. Now he wants to contradict some of the stuff I'm talking about. He doesn't want to sound too bitchy. So I told them, well, come on in and you can help me go get Livia today. But I guess he didn't want to come back in and do that today. Or maybe he'll come later on in the stream. Yeah, kill that spirit. No, we're really getting all our heroes up to snuff, which is going to be good. But we may, during the stream, have to take a pause of a couple of minutes, the time it takes me to buy a couple of runes. I just think it's such a boring thing to do. I've been waiting on gun art for a number of weeks. And a friend of mine who's an artist is making the art that's going to go on the back of the 57mm gun on board the ship. And so I've been waiting on that, and then she finally brought it, so that I had to go and get it scanned so I can make a like a wire frame around it in what do you call it, Photoshop, and then basically get it colored in so that it looks good, and then be able to present that to the second in command, hopefully on Monday, which means I gotta spend a chunk of time tomorrow. Why am I dead? What are you guys doing? Why did no one res me? That's embarrassing. I can't even kill Droughtlings. I mean, fire's not the best skill to bring here. I'll grant you that. Alright, let's bring everybody back. Somehow Vec is dead over here. Alright. Let's push forward. Whenever you take earth damage, that damage is just 50% more. See, it's too bad they didn't make it something like whenever earth damage occurs on this map, the effect is doubled. That'd be cool because then it would incentivize people to bring earth Ellies. Although I could foresee how that could be abused quite heavily. Sever the artery of the spirit. Alright, we're probably gonna have to pull a group here. Not the best pull, but alright. Let's see if these cracked mesas are, well, sorry, these droughtlings are a bit easier to kill now. Oh no, not Stoneflesh Aura. This is where you wish you had an interrupt. Open the door. This is also a part of the map that never gets reused, isn't it? It's just for this one mission. We move on. I think that was one of the things I really liked about Factions. There's a whole bunch of areas that you end up going back to over and over and over again. To talk to like the Emperor, or whoever it is in the Imperial Palace that you speak to. Granted, I didn't like going back through the Bodak Byway or whatever it's called, but I felt Faction utilized the space a bit better, and you ended up in some areas a little bit longer. I find Nightfall is pretty quick, especially in the realm of Torment. You just go into the area and you never go back to it ever again. Priest. See, a Cornan Phalanx seems an odd name for a soldier when a phalanx isn't the name of a soldier, it's the name of a formation. Perfect. Alright, so let's go fight the final room. we could have been done this in 10 minutes. Instead, it's taking us more like 30. Oh wait, was I supposed to turn off pumps? Is that what I've been missing? Oh, I see what I was doing wrong. So I've been killing all these guys for nothing then. Because I haven't been reducing the drought because I haven't been hitting the pumps. And... oh, with any luck, we haven't had too much difficulty with these guys anymore. So we should be able to do this relatively quickly. Let's get Master Whispers up. There you go. Let's make sure he's got no DP. Okay. We're going to focus on the drought. I'm going to go in first. Hopefully not die. Oh man, he does a ton of damage. Master's Whispers getting his ass handed to him. There we go. Did I get the bonus? Did I get the bonus? I did! Modoc Crevice. Oh god. I don't remember this at all. Oh, this is one where we have to take like Donkoro's advice, isn't it? Yeah, I think this is the one where we take Donkoro's advice to make things easier. So that means we need to get rid of Talcora and put in Donkoro. There we go. And let's run with that. We are ready. Ah, shit. I didn't remember what skills I'm supposed to bring to do this quickly. It's an easier way of doing this mission, and I can't for the fucking life of me remember what it is. Ah, friends. You must be Xavier Merrick. I recognize Dunkoro. Dunkoro's like, I don't trust these motherfuckers. Dunkoro's right, I don't trust you. Oh man, I don't have a skill to stop the guy from running. Yes, that's the other thing you have to be able to do to get the bonus on this one. Stone Flesh Aura. So frustrating. Side aggro now. And then we get here, Dunkor's like, no, don't go up the stairs, run the other way. It's right around here, isn't it? Oh, here they come. Alright, let these guys pass. I find that this is such a dick move. The Rangers do is leave behind a spirit. Just leaves behind a thing that if you any of your heroes decide to attack, because it is technically a hostile, they all come back. Alright, let's go. Because I want the bonus, Sean. That's what I'm waiting for. You know these missions. Although I don't know why I'm trying to get the bonus knowing that I won't be able to stop the one guy that I need to be able to stop. Because I don't have a cripple skill. Although, if I can kill him quickly enough, maybe it won't be a problem. Alright. The two Corsair runners. And one of them got away. Oh well. And I'm remembering now, in order to fight the hunger, you have to hide underneath the archway. And now we're gonna get back aggro. I'll just try minions. Let them be eaten. I don't care. Let's move on. And this should be the end of this mission. Yes. The hunger. And then the trick is to go in. I think it's to put the heroes right here. No, it's to go to the bridge. Yeah, that's what it is. Bypass this guy. And go all the way over here. And then kill this guy. Ow. Yes. And then done. Waylon Terrace. Alright, so where are we at now? And this is where we go towards the Chanter's Secrets, if memory serves. Sean, that's totally inappropriate. That makes it a point. I can barely read what you're saying, so I'm just going to go in here and make this a little bit bigger. There we go. So you just see what you're writing now. Okay, so the stream should be back to normal now. The Rally of Princes, yes. What is this place? Do I need anybody for this mission? No. Oh yeah, trade contracts. That reminds me. This is your way of getting a free diamond. This is one of the best ways of getting a chunk of change, if memory serves. We've already got a chunk of change from just doing these missions. You can sell some of this stuff and... Alright. Next mission. Merchant. Yeah, it's merch some garbage. And then done. Good. We're already up almost 2K. What are we fighting here? Scree? Is it? What are we fighting? Is it just a Corsairs? No, it's Screes, yeah. Here, what I remember being annoying besides the Scree is the, what do you call them? There's a ton of bridges. They're covered in corners. And again, we can talk about this since we said it yesterday about the whole, sentient race using weapons. There really should only be one on the planet. That's weird that there's more than one. If memory serves, this is where the gold starts getting good. Well, not that good, but 100 whenever it does drop from something that isn't a boss. Am I getting Lightbringer points right now? What is this giving me? You get 7 Sunspear promotion points every time you kill a scree. Alright, so now you're going to explain to me how difficult it's going to be to get into vabbi. Yeah, just lay there. That's cool. Let's get to the Chanter's secrets. Right or left? Right or left? Let's go right. There's vabbi and scout over here. Maybe we can get another bounty. Oh, these things. Oh, I remember these things. Behemoth Grave Veins. I think it's the fact that these guys were necros that was a huge pain. And I think it's the, is it disease or is it poison? Well, right now these guys hit me with poison, but I thought it was disease. It spread between characters, it was a huge pain in the ass. Right. Let's go. No, I guess it's poison. It's a lot of conditions though. Oh, one of them's still alive. Shit. I don't know if anybody watching this has ever played Jade Cocoon, but every now and then I see an enemy in this game and I have to think Jade Cocoon. Just some weird, messed up combination of some elemental damage with half wings, half weird arms, like shells. It's just some of these enemies look so strange when you think about it. The roller beetles. I can't remember who it was in the guild, but there's a number of people that hated the sound of these things. It just drove them nuts. And there was a number of rumors that this was one of the more interesting farms. I never ever got a diamond from a geode, but these guys dropped geodes and you could apparently salvage them, and with the right items you could get, if you used the right kit or whatever, if you were lucky, the geode would become a diamond, and then you'd get, you know, a chunk of change for that diamond. Or you needed to get your vabbi and armor. So, you know, in terms of a logical patrol route, bridges make a lot of sense. That a soldier would decide, you know, we need to limit access to this area, let's monitor the bridges. I think this makes a lot of sense. Okay. Fucking roller beetles. I remember coming back here when I had a decent rank of Lightbringer. These Marganite guys are so easy to kill when you have that. Ooh, silver dye. Completely worthless nowadays, but not that silver was ever that expensive. still have to go across that bridge and then the other bridge, don't I? Whoa, 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 why is everybody disappearing all of a sudden? Aha! One of the things that, as you saw, they didn't really hold any kind of pattern or formation, despite being soldiers. Just the frontliners kind of ran in, and the backliners stayed in the back. And the frontliners didn't even attempt to protect the backliners. What I find interesting is later on when you get to Eye of the North, the Char start using, actual tactics to protect their fire alleys. Not that it's that difficult to bypass it. It's just interesting to see them, utilize some kind of tactic compared to these guys. It's just whatever. They didn't bother implementing a kind of AI that said, yeah, in fights, if we're outnumbered, you surround the bowman, or in this case the necro, and shield him. Perfect. Alright, Chandru secrets. Now I start getting our Lightbringer points. I forget if we need a certain rank to get to a certain point. I don't think it's the same as the Sunspear. But I do distinctly remember needing level 3 for something. Maybe that's when they give you Lightbringer Gaze or whatever it is. Hello, Seeker Whispers. What is Lightbringer? Rally of the Princess. Meet in and obtain an invitation to the Festival of Liss. Before we go, anybody level up? Nope. Alright, where is this character? In the valley. Alright, Sunspear Scout, do you still give me Sunspear mission stuff? Yes. Alright, so it's weird. You do the drought mission, and I guess that it's a mission, but it's so much harder than it needs to be compared to these guys. Just pushovers. I thought I was gonna have to max out all my characters before I could move on. Hey, I've gotten your green before. What skill did you have? Life Siphon, Signal of Lost Souls. What's your elite? Sean, you're watching, but you're kind of quiet tonight. What's new? You're playing League. You're still playing Lux? Ari, nice. There's something else about this map, but I don't remember what it was.
Rami has connected.
What was special about this map? Now there's a lot of behemoths. I think it was just that you could run through here. Once you got somebody here, after Modoc Crevice, you could run them a good chunk of the way, because they don't have to talk to anybody until they're in the next map. I think the next map is one of those rare night maps. Okay. Let's go over here. Oh, okay. I already have that blessing, I guess. Yeah, let's kill these guys. I don't want to risk back aggro. So many conditions. Yeah, I'm telling you. Look at these things. Look how weird they are. Long neck. Like, these guys just look like big lizards. Nothing particularly strange about them. The other guys remind me so much of Jade Cocoon. If you've ever played Jade Cocoon, it's a lot like Pokemon in terms of the style of the game. You capture enemies, and then you fight with them. But the advantage, or kind of the twist to the game, the thing that makes it unique, is that you can meld them together. So if you get a creature that has, let's say, a shell, and another creature that has wings, and the one with the shell is water-based, and the one who has wings is fire-based, you can merge them together and get a half. Well, it ends up looking like the turtle shell will shrink, and the wings will shrink, so you get tiny little wings on a smaller shell, and then that creature can do, water attacks and fire attacks, but not as strong. You know what I mean? Because they don't have one elemental; they have a mixture of two, and then so that incentivizes you, depending on the circumstance, to either make something that has a little bit of everything, or the other way around, something that's just pure fire. If you make something that has like a long neck and something that has a horn, you end up with whatever the fuck that thing looks like. And that thing also looks like it has a shell as well, and those weird arms and all. But you could have an enemy that could attack with its tail, an enemy that could, I never even forget what they call them. But anyways, your creatures can end up attacking with multiple parts of their bodies, and depending on their strengths or weaknesses, do more or less damage. It was an interesting game. And then number 2, I think Jade Cocoon 2, they kind of abandoned the whole merging thing, which is the only part of the game that I found fascinating. And they had this weird mechanic where your wife who is the one that can purify the cocoons for you. So like when you capture a creature, the thing that makes them good is she like weaves them into like some silk. But this process of purging like scars her face. And it just felt like such a weird, unnecessary thing to almost punish you for wanting to go out and capture creatures. By the way, you're disfiguring your wife doing this. What? Okay, so what's the next thing we have to do? Okay, we have to exit the area. And the quickest way is not that way, if memory serves. We have to go up this way. I remember running this with people. Alright, heck it. Come at me. Fuck off, your healing signet. God damn it. Just die. I forget when it was that I discovered this skill, Scourge Healing. It's such a fucking amazing skill. Especially against certain enemies that are particularly annoying in the way that they heal. But it was later in the game. It was much later in the game that I found it. And I think I found it when it was used against me. I was like, why are all my healers dying? This is BS. Ah, the Forum Highlands. See, this area you do end up spending a fair amount of time in. For Rally the Princes, if memory serves. This is also where I started getting a lot of elites. I think there's a lot of elites in this area that you need, or that are very useful. There's a monk one. There's a few warrior ones in this area as well. What was it called? Was it Healer's Boon? It was like a heal party kind of a deal, but you needed it in order to make heal party work. It was something that reduced the cost of all your healing spells. It was Healer's Boon, and you get it not in this area, but in vabbi. And I remember spending a lot of time here before progressing the game forward, because I was getting stuck at one of the missions that we're going to be getting to pretty soon here. And so I ended up getting a lot of my heroes some decent skills. And I think this is around the time where I got my first set of full armor. Like, I had gone through the Sunspear section without getting it because I didn't have enough money. And then this is where I started saving and got that full set of armor and got all wound up. Alright, let's get up into vabbi. See, I thought it was going to take us more than 5 episodes to get this far into the game. I'm not saying we're that far, but I wasn't sure how long it would take me to get to each place. I know that Nightfall is always deceiving because you think it's going to take less time and ends up taking way more time than you think it does because of Abaddon's realm, the realm of torment. And there's a few missions that aren't that easy or fun. There's one of them coming up here where you're defending 2 sides, and if you don't have somebody to help you, it can be a pain. Oh, this is where you forced me to clean myself? I would not speak to you, you were dirty. Yeah, we are ready. T-Hawk Orchard. Isn't this the solo mission? Yeah, this is the solo mission. Oh, this is also where you get 4,000 experience and they took everybody out of your party. So if you didn't have somebody who's level 20, this is where you'd add them and made sure they were level 20. But all my guys are level 20 already. Huzzah. I have an invitation. I would like to come in. Give me a second. Alright, so if we're going to do this on our own, we need to swap out the build a bit. Because we're not going to be able to do this mission with the build we have. Resurrections, that's useless. We need to bring a heal of some description. Healing signet should work. And I don't have healings. Oh yeah, I do. Here, let's try this. And what else do I need? What else can I bring that would be useful in this area? Watch yourself might be a bit overkill here, but let's take it anyway. I don't think I'm going to do any of the bonuses just because doing the mime thing just usually drives me slightly batty. Just tell me all this stuff. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, let's go. Course the princes. See, it's too bad this area in the map isn't reused more. I know it's something I like playing a lot about, but it must be frustrating to create all these assets and have them just be part of one mission and then boom, that's it, we're done. I mean, you don't want to pull the Dragon Age 2 thing where you just don't. Alright, where everything's the hub. Yay, alright, next. These guys talking. Then there's the drinking. There's finding the gift. Man, I'm gonna remember all this shit. Oh, I don't want to play against the mime. I hate the mime.
Gabriel Berdamither has left the server.
Don't we have to know about the gift before we can hand it in? What do you have?
Corin Dog has left the server.
Yeah, I need a gift. Here's your platinum. Alright, thank you. She took 4 platinum. That bitch. Then there's the drunk stuff, which we should do. Yeah, let's just do this because it's quick. Alright, Noble. Are you gonna drink that? Are you gonna drink that? Are you gonna drink that? And let's go over to these guys. Yep, I'll just take that drink from you. Yep. Yep. Uh-huh. Yep, just a bit of a chatty chat. Let me just stop you right there. Hey, I'm talking to you. What's really scary is I've actually done this in real life, going from place to place, from person to person, and stealing their drinks. And most drunk people find it fairly funny. Duel Master Lumbo. Yes, I'll reenact the duel. Come on. This is totally fair. Let me fight this dude. Alright. That may have been overkill, but I don't care. What's left? There's the mine. Oh man, I don't remember any of these. Taunt? Taunt? No. I think I failed already. That's Q. That's Q. I don't want to do that anyway. I think you only need to do 3 out of the 5. And let's go hand in the gift, and then we can get out of here. See, I thought that was taunt too, but he said be gone from my sight when I typed in taunt, so whatever. Royal Guard, blah. Tell me about Talcora. Tell me about Prince the Wise. Is that all you have to say? Yeah. Okay, that's it. Talk about Talcora. Yep. I am ready. Alright, so that's one person down. Next we need to talk to Royal Guard Bunda. And we're banding. You want? Okay, so that was one of the events. I'm just missing the mime, really. I am ready. And I tell this guy I'm ready again. Skip cutscene, kill the harpies. Harpies. Take that. Take that, you bloody scree. Come on, Palawa Joko, come help. Oh man, I hate rangers. Alright, I think we have a couple guys more to kill up here, and then we're done this mission. And then we still have to convince all the princes. It's blah. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Mission done. Let's get out of here. And the Kodash Bazaar. Love this place. It's beautiful. All's well that ends well. That's the next mission. Perfect. Now we need to put our build back together. So that's 100 blades. And then we need to take out Gash and replace that with Whirlwind Strike, Whirlwind Attack. Are we required to bring any particular hero? No. So let's bring whatever we want. Okay, so we want the 2 Necros and the Mesmer, and then we want Vex the Healer with Ogden and Susuke and Zed. Perfect. The Mirror of Less. This is also where we get our first it's not even near the first. This is like the 7th or 8th treasure chest. I think it's called a buried treasure in this one. Whisper's Informant. We're gonna want at least Lightbringer's Gaze before we do the next big mission. Do we have any points in it at all? I don't think so. Okay, where is it we have to go here? Here we're gonna have to be careful because I can run, so I don't want to get too far ahead of my group and go straight into some roaring ethers. The roaring ethers really confused me because as a warrior you have so little mana, so little energy that you don't really think about it, and so you don't consider the fact that your backline guys are dependent on energy to do everything. Oh yeah, I used to go here for chests. This is where I used to go and unlock chests non-stop and just run around doing this. These weird floating gardens. Like, what's preventing this place from being completely invaded by all the enemies around here? Alright. Wait. Where does it want me to go? Resplendent? No, I want to go inside here. I don't want to go there yet. The Grand Court of Sebeka. and then we could go on. All's well that ends well. Isn't this the play one? I want to say this is the play one. Go into the large palace. It's a nice litter. Yeah, I remember coming out here in hard mode to pop chests. Alright, what do you got, Bobby and Scout? Sure. Roaring Ether, here we go. And yes, that was some energy. Oh, these guys have resurrection signets or something, don't they? So when one of them dies, if you don't kill the other one real quick, start to res each other. And that can be annoying. More roaring ethers. Yeah, I remember there's a lot of chests, and you could kind of avoid most of the groups, and you could go and grab like the one chest. I forget how many I needed. I needed a fair amount. I didn't do it for very long, but it was a good source of income. Well, it paid for itself, really. Got some good drops. Alright, do I need anybody with me? No, okay. This is where... Is this where we get Norgu? Can't remember. This was the first green I farmed. Not far from here. I think because somebody told me, yeah, if you kill this guy, just old Dark Song, and I wanted the green. I don't remember what. I think it was a Paragon green. Can't remember. But I remember somebody suggested. Yeah, he is a Paragon. Somebody suggested here for a green farm. Try to see if you couldn't get it. The problem with this is because he's right outside the gate. He's one of those that everybody kills and gets the green on a fairly regular basis, and so the drop rate isn't that great. You know, he's not one of those out of the way bosses. Come on, give me that green. Damn. Hey, Handfire. You having a good weekend? I remember getting lost in this goddamn place. Just going through the wrong door and then just being at a dead end. So you're pushing through God, walking amongst mere mortals. So one of them is Treasure Hunter, I'm guessing, that you're going for right now? Or is it unfavored? Hey, fat yellow dog. Yeah, no problem, man. That's kind of the point. The bringing back the memories that this is the nostalgia series. You know. I was wondering what I could do and what would be interesting. There was no farm. Oh, you're vanquishing right now, Handfire. Cool. No, I was wondering what to do, and it was really hard to think about something. And then one of my work buddies was saying that he was streaming, so I watched a little bit, and I got the idea. I said, you know what? he's he's a busy guy, and he's got time to stream. I have time to stream. Now that my son's 3 months old, and he's on a really good sleep schedule, so yeah, totally. I could swing this. It wouldn't be too difficult. And what could I do? I thought about Guild Wars 2. I was like, nah. Guild Wars 1. What could I do in Guild Wars 1? It's like, well, I haven't done a Let's Play. And I wouldn't be treading on Flail's series because, one, his was a long time ago and his was focused on lore. This is not. So I thought, you know what? Yeah, let's do a quick Let's Play. But instead of doing what he did, which is start with prophecies and factions and all, I figured let's just do it the way that I did it. Let's start a warrior and do that. And I thought it made the most sense. I don't remember hating this mission, but I remember not liking this mission. Getting the three princes to agree. I think in part because somebody helped me run it, and at the same time, um, I didn't get it. I didn't understand why this was important to the story. I always have a problem with the notion that war is imminent and somebody's convinced it's not happening or that they don't need to intervene. Maybe part of that is because I grew up in a military family. Um, I'm not saying it's rare, but I think it's rare that somebody ignores, the enemy at the gates. And this is what this is. The three princes going, nope, nope, don't care, don't want to participate. Abaddon's not coming. No, it'll all be fine. And it's not until there's fucking portals, and tentacles growing out of the ground that they go, oh shit, maybe it's true. Oh dear. Hey, bolts of cloth, give me these. Story of Harry Potter, right? What do you mean? blah 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 blah. Completed. See Royal Finance Minister for your reward. Which what? Cutscene. Honor Hill. Ignoring the obvious. Yeah, you're right. I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan. My wife is. She read all the books, and I have watched the movies with her. And you're right. No, Voldemort's not coming back. This is no. We don't have to. Yeah, but you've seen him. Like, what are you talking about? That being said, there was an active. Um, that was my understanding of it. There was an active group of people who were attempting to discredit anyone who said Voldemort was coming back, and that they were attempting to conceal it. So I never got the impression that that was what was going on here. Um, I don't think that the priests here, the princes here, are being um, made ignorant. I think they're just stupid. It's not a big distinction. Let's be clear, but it is a distinction. No, skepticism of war, going into war, sure, but skepticism as to preparing for war, now that's stupid. You know, oh, by the way, because this isn't World War One anymore, and I'll understand if we want to talk about if I move my troops, you move your troops, and then a whole bunch of alliances kick in, and that starts a war, then you're right, that's terrible. But that doesn't happen in modern times. That's no longer the issue. Then again, this is fantasy. But the princes could have at least put their forces on higher alert. You know what I mean? Like, that's not hard to do. Like, oh yeah, for the next week, by the way, we're going to be on heightened alert. Just, that's it. Nothing major, just heightened alert. Woohoo! Next session. Alright, Grand Quarter Cibical. I really hope the next mission isn't Grand Quarter Cibical, because I don't think these heroes are going to be up to snuff. I think these heroes are going to be garbage. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Required Master of Whispers. Master of Whispers is in the party. Sweet. Where are we going? Where are we going? We're going back to the Chantry of Secrets. Yeah, that makes sense. The ruling class in Ilona are kinda trust fundy sometimes. Okay, where do we need to go? I get back into the canyon. See, I'm in the Chantry of Secrets, just like one guy in the corner. Or one gal. Just hanging out. Yep, just hanging out. Just bored. Not doing anything. The guy who bosses Gorin around. Isn't that... Which one of the three is it? The bosses Gorin around. Is it... I don't have them unlocked yet on the map. There's like a castle here, and there's the castle over here. That guy's a dick. I don't remember Goran that much because I always chose Norgu, and I would get Goran later on. But having a warrior in my party was so rare because I am a warrior, or I would have somebody else. I just didn't feel it was worthwhile. Alright, let's redo this part of the map to get to that one guy I have to talk to. Make sure everybody's here. Norgu is the best, hands down. Yeah, Norgu. I didn't understand Mesmers until much, much later in the game because I understood Necros. I wasn't very good at interrupting early on, um, and how do I say this? Nobody explained to me that Necro damage and Mesmer damage ignored armor. And no one really explained armor class to me until I had been playing for quite a while. What I mean, like having seriously explained it and said, okay, so this is damage reduction that occurs and blah blah blah. So it was a while before I figured out that, oh, that's why Mesmers in hard mode are so useful, because the guys are level 29 and have a tremendous amount of negation effect on the damage you do to them physically. Yeah, I'm not saying that it's something that was changed. I'm saying it's something I was ignorant of, because I came into the game so late, and so many people were just, when it's a known fact, when everybody knows something, so no one thinks to tell the new guy. That's kind of what it felt like. Somebody doesn't want to sit down with you and nobody wants to talk down to you either, right? People want to just treat you like an adult and tell you, okay, so this is how the game works, this is what happens, blah blah blah. So nobody sits you down and says, oh, by the way, this is how this game works. You may have been playing another game where this didn't matter, but in this game, this makes a huge difference. Yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, Guild Wars 1, the expansions came out so quickly together that normally people who played the game were people that started the game. People that played through the beta, played through the next one, played through the next one, played through Prophecies, played through Factions, played through Nightfall, and then I come in, sure, attack the Rangers, I'll attack the Warriors, whatever. I remember my co-guild leaders talking about that, talking about how they had started since beta. They were there. And so they all knew how the game was played, but I don't think any of them were particularly good at explaining how the game was played. Norgu, do I have to stay here, or are we going somewhere else? Okay, here they come. Yeah, this is the hammer that I had, or something very close to this. Just a giant mace-looking thing. Alpha had little goblins. Alright, let's go to the show on the road. Let's talk to Norgu. Hopefully get Norgu. But I think they give us a choice between Norgu and Goran before I get him, don't I? Alright, where are we going? Mirror of Bliss again. I'm not saying this is the way to do it, but I like the fact that you go in and out of this area a few times. You know, this area is, I think, quite striking. With the waterfalls and the hanging garden. It's nice that they utilized it a bit more. We've got a couple of NPCs walking around. There aren't too many enemies in the area. A lot of roaring ethers and Jan and no, I've played with Goran before. Like I've finished Nightfall and at the end of Nightfall you can, when you're in Abaddon's realm, you can pick up all the other heroes or all the quests that you need to do to get all the heroes. And so I have a warrior already that has all these guys. It's just right now what I need are 2 Mesmers, 3 Necros, and a healing Ellie to run what I want to do. So I have no interest in another warrior. I've already got Cause. I barely use him. I think because Nightfall added so many heroes, the fact that at the end of Nightfall you can go and all the choices, like, oh, you chose Susuke instead of Jin, you can get Jin. You chose this person over this person, that's fine. Like Norgu over Goran, that's fine. Here's Goran. Oh, I didn't know there were cinematics. Oh man, I remember when Guild Wars 2 came out and I saw the first cinematic. I was so disappointed. What the fuck is this? Why is there a weird background? Oh, Jaganor Bastion. Oh man, this is one of those really easy or really hard missions. It either works out really well for you, or it's terrible. Alright, Lieutenant Miranda. Give me those Lightbringer points. Alright, what am I looking at here? Do I even have like 1 level of Lightbringer? I don't even have 1 level of fucking Lightbringer. Fuck it. Let's just try. Let's just try. I've got consumables, right? So alright. Alright, here we go. Boom. Alright, what do I... Oh, fuck, what do I do with you? Let's send you to the West Gate. Is that it? Is that all I get a choice to do? Fuck. And then I can use... Sure. Worst vanquishes the city in factions. Yeah, it's like Budak Byway and all the whole city is just a huge nightmare because it goes up and down and side to side. And there's so many traps that get like stacked one on top of the other. It's just frustrating. Yeah, it is pretty slummy and pretty shitty. I didn't even give these guys orders, did I? God damn it. Go to the center gate. Go to the western gate. Then I'm gonna go over here. It's nice that you can see the enemies coming. Alright. We've got these gates under control at the moment. I don't even remember what I'm supposed to do for this goddamn mission. Gates still stay. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to shut the gates. Come on, I'm gonna lose a bombard here if I don't kill this guy quicker. Right. Leave. Right, screw that. Go. Stop these guys. NCSoft were pretty offended by factions. Mixing the Korean and Chinese cultures is a big no-no in the NCSoft. Never heard of that. I knew very little about the development of the game. How it was developed, what was the theory behind it, what were they thinking. I think we're good with here. We don't need to fight this anymore. Go. Come on, guys. Fuck these guys. We don't need to deal with them. Go. Ah, shit. God damn it. Does that mean I instantly lose this mission? I think we just don't get the big bonus. This also owns GW's IP and they are a Korean company. Oh. Well, what's strange about that is whenever you study Japanese and Korean cultures, you tend to find that the Japanese had a fairly substantial impact on the Chinese had a substantial impact over that entire region. That you can't just go, well, you know, the cultures are incredibly different when they're intrinsically linked. I've never had to fight in here before. Oh. Let's go. Oh, it's not that they're incompatible, it's that the current political climate isn't phenomenal. Yeah. And you're dead. And then the whole place gets taken over. And we're back in the Kodash Bazaar. And now we have Zerai the Learner. Brains or Brawn. Yes, this is where we get to choose between Norgu and Gorin. And we're going to do the Pledge of the Merchant Princes. But let's do Brains or Brawn first. And that is in the Replendent account. If I remember, we just need to literally talk to someone and they give us Norgu. So let's go do that. I don't need to kill this Paragon, but every time you kill him, you have a chance of getting the green that I used to farm. In the Wayfarer Reverie, which is the last time I really played Guild Wars 1, we went to the Maguma jungle where there's the totem axes, and we had already gotten a green drop at some point. I forget what it was. I'd have to go watch the video again. And I said, hey, wouldn't it be funny if we got a totem axe? And lo and behold, a totem axe just dropped. It's still in my inventory. I'm going to give it to my buddy Rob, who's going to be making a 55 monk. I've already told him like everything he's going to need. So he's making a monk right now. He just needs to get it far enough into the game. And I told him, okay, your character that happens to be in Prophecies, he needs to go do this mission, this one quest, sorry, that will give you the Grim Cesta. You need to keep your starting armor. You need to. He was like, oh, I need to keep my starting armor? I was like, yeah. I was like, oh, good thing I still have it. I was like, yeah, because you're gonna need it. You gonna need it. Brains of a Brawn. Norgus will be useful, blah blah blah. Wait, I said, what? Oh, don't tell me I chose the wrong fucking one. No. No. Okay. Leave the area. Hopefully reset this quest, which it won't. And I can't abandon this quest, can I? But if I abandon it, can I take it again? Shit. I didn't choose Braun. I read the little thing, and it says Norgu's a great entertainer, and then it says go see Gorin for your reward. Can I abandon the quest, Sean? Do you know? Panic, lol, lol, lol. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna abandon the quest. I'm gonna go and take it again from the Kodash Bazaar if I can. If I can't, I just won't have Norgu, and I have to wait till I finish Nightfall to do it. Oh, Zanai the Learner has something for me. Yes, I can take it again. Okay. Is it reset? It is. Alright, let's go. Oh, the stress. Sean, stop spamming. Crying out loud. You are a silly man. This time I'm gonna have to like read what it is it says because I think he's asking who he should pick, and then I get whoever's left over, like sloppy seconds or something. So let me reread what it is here. I've mastered knowledge from every school of thought, but the mysterious nature of women still eludes me. Gorin has natural strength and size, but he is a bit of on the slow side. Norgu is certainly entertaining, quick on his feet, but that may be an act. I think they're both fairly trustworthy. What do you think? Who should I send to Istan to protect my beloved? Send Gorin. I will get Norgu. There we go. Who has time to read the 10,000 pages of Guild Wars 1 lore? Well, I know the answer to this question, and that's good old wooden potatoes. Who did it? Let's go to Pledge of the Merchant's Princes, which is in holdings of whatever the name of that is, Shokan. Yeah, Sean, told you to stop spamming. Why you been so silly? All right, so now we get. Wait, where's Norgu? How come I don't get to keep Norgu? Did I miss something? I feel like I missed a beat on that last mission. It's like, see him for your reward. I'm like, okay, thanks. Give me the reward. Let's go back to Kodash Bazaar. Maybe I need to speak to Zalai the Learner again. No. No. Hey, Sergeant Bull Rob. No. God damn it. Where's my Norgu? Maybe it's at the end of the next mission. Alright, let's go. Sean, that is disturbing that you think Ari should be real so that you can have sex with her. Okay? Fictional characters. I mean, Rule 34, I'm sure if you look it up online, you'll find tons of hentai featuring her. Because, you know, Rule 34. Sean, you know I'm real. Stop it. Well, Sean, it's not as bad as somebody who, I forget who it was, on like my first stream said something like, I want to tit fuck your face. It's like, what? Sean says on the internet, nobody knows I'm a pair of nail clippers. You did not take Norku's quest. So after I took the reward, he had a quest and I didn't take it. Is that what you're saying? Batman President? I mean, it's possible I tend to just go click, 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 and just fucking leave the area. But if that's what it is, when I get into the next outpost, I'll go back to that zone and talk to Norgu again. Why? Because I want Norgu? Or are you saying I did take Norgu's quest, and in the last quest I didn't make the right choice to get Norgu? Woohoo! Next town. I always remember this area because it's the one with the garden defending the outside. Write full sentences, Batman President. I don't. Yeah. Is that you starting to write yes? Yes to which question I asked like four. Alright, let's go down. Trade contracts, screens. The problem with most fictional characters is that they are too one-dimensional to even have a romantic dynamic in reality. You may be overthinking it. I'm not sure Sean wants a real romantic relationship. I think what Sean wants is a pretty hole to put his ding dong in, and that's pretty much it. Oop. Yeah, it's this way we have to go. You would have to acquire consent first. I think in a world where Sean could conjure up fictional characters into reality is one where that character, who is essentially his creation, would give him consent. That's what I think. Yeah, and then Norgu's out here all by himself. I don't remember him having. So this is something where I'm gonna have to go back and look at the footage again later, and see if I missed the fact that he had like a quest marker over his head and I didn't take it. All right, Norgu, what's your quest? Because he's definitely got a quest now. Maybe I just have to exit the area and come back for him to have his quest. The role of a lifetime. Oh, fuck. Where are we going? Is that really the quickest way to where we're going? Or is it the quickest way to go through the Chantry of Secrets? Or is the quickest way through Forum Highlands? Where the fuck? We'll go through this area. We'll go through this area and we'll just assume that this will get us to the right spot. Don't want us to overthink this, and this is a nice zone to go through anyway. Is that 5 feet or 5 inches from your orifices, Fanfire? Because 5 inches would be funny. That doesn't say if it's 5 feet or 5 inches. I think that's 5 feet is what you're saying. So I think 5 inches is funnier. If you say somebody doesn't find consent sexy, they can't get within, 5 inches of my orifices. It's funnier because it tends to guess at what their penis size is. Stupid sight claws. I forgot to take my cupcake, my slice of pumpkin pie, and my pumpkin cookies. Well, handfire, the only weapon I own is what's known as an asp baton, or it's a telescopic baton that I have next to my bed. Wow. And my sea knife. It's something we don't consider a weapon. I consider it a tool, but it's right over here. Because I was talking to someone earlier today. So this is a sea knife. So this is essentially what happens is you wear this on your belt when you're on board a ship. It's in case you get wrapped up in a line and you end up getting dragged underwater, or you're about to get thrown over the ship. So it's just it's a fairly small blade. This is the company that makes this is My Urchin, and it's just to cut through the line. And then you also have a rope spike, which is a curved spike. But again, it's not really a weapon. I mean, this isn't pointy because the purpose of this isn't to stab someone with; it's to cut a rope. And when somebody has a knife that isn't sharp, it's a sad day, because when you're doing a replenishment at sea, one of the things you have to do is you have to cut a rope in order to allow people to take the rope back. And some people are bad at that. They don't have a decent knife. And that knife has never been used to cut a rope. Never. Never needed to use it. However, something I did point out to a colleague of mine is that on ship, one of the things you might end up using it for is to cut trunking, because when we vent certain parts of the ship, we put trunking, sort of like what comes out of your dryer, right? And that allows air to go through the ship from a zone that has possibly fumes and things like that out of the ship. But the problem with that is, if there's a fire and you need to cut it, you need a knife, and that's why I have a knife. None of my weapons are used for self-defense. I'm in Canada. I'm also in Canada. I'm on the west coast. But you're still allowed to have a weapon for self-defense. It's just the when you can use it is very narrow. Ship fires scare everybody, as well they should. When you're oh, you're in Vancouver. Nice. Yeah, I live in Victoria, near the naval base. But the thing with ship fires is you're talking about a tremendous amount of fuel in an enclosed space, where in order to fight the fire, you have to use water, which causes flooding, which decreases stability, which it's just a nightmare. Everything you do can make matters worse. If you let the fire burn, it'll spread, it'll warp the ship. Oh, you grew up in Victoria, that's cool. Yeah, it's a lovely city. I really enjoy being out here. Been here now for over 3 years. But yeah, a fire on a ship is something we train for every day. When you're on ship and you're on duty, there's a tour that's given of the specific zone, and then you have an exercise in that zone. So you have an alarm go off, and everybody runs and gets dressed, and you attempt to put out the fire. And then you consider, okay, like what are the safety considerations? What's in this space? What would I use to fight the fire? What can't I use to fight the fire? Because I'm going to, let's say, electrocute somebody who attempts to put out this fire. This is a huge switchboard. I should have gone the other way, but at least I got this outpost done. Let's fight these guys. I don't want back aggro. Alright, let's wait for everybody to get some health back, get the poison off us. Oh, you considered joining up into the Canadian Armed Forces as a firefighter? Yeah, it's a... I want to say it's a profession that's kind of dying because I think most of us are trained in firefighting now as part of the ship's company. Like we have some specialized firefighters that operate, but they don't work on the ships. Like they train to go to fight a fire when the ship is in harbor, but not when it's at sea. At sea we do that. Isn't there a skill that these guys use where they steal your minions or something? Is this what's going on? Or is my minion master being killed or something? I'm dead. What do you mean competition is rough? Who has a res skill? Okay. Sitting there, fucking on my face. I remember quickly one of my arguments for I mean the guild didn't agree, but I remember making an argument once saying that if we get to the point that the warrior's the one using the res, it's a sad day indeed, and then maybe it's just worth restarting that area. Yeah, combat engineer is not this, and same thing with yeah, combat engineer is definitely not the same as a firefighter. The way I like to explain combat engineers to people is whenever you watch Saving Private Ryan and you watch the first 10 seconds of them opening up the landing craft, and then you watch the first row of guys just get wiped out. That's a combat engineer. I have a friend who's a combat engineer. Two actually, and yeah, no, I said, in wartime, they're the first ones there. They're the first ones out of the gate because they're the guys that gotta clear the mines. They're the guys that have to plant the explosives to get through the blockade. They're the guys that build the bridges. They're the oh yeah. Saving Private Ryan, the first group were the guys that were supposed to go out and throw the bandoliers over to destroy the barriers. Yeah, no, not a good thing. But yeah, my friend who's a combat engineer now, he no longer really does that for a job. But I remember at Christmas, New Year's, I would always shake his hand, and while everybody else was wishing, oh, everything you want. Maybe this is a Quebec tradition. Yeah, these are 2x4s. Yeah. While everybody else was wishing him, loving happiness, loving happiness, loving happiness. I don't know if we do this in Western Canada. But in Eastern Canada, on New Year's, you wish everybody, everything that you would want, blah blah blah. And with him, I would always say the same thing: don't blow up. There's one thing I hope for you in the coming year: just don't blow up. Alright, sacrifice some minions here so I can move on with this goddamn mission. Yeah, it's sad when you think about it, but you imagine a job where on a fairly regular basis you handle explosives that, if you make a mistake, and it's not that the explosives don't operate with the way that you think they do. It's more of, one, there's an inherent risk because yes, certain things can set off half exploded ordnance, but also it's a job where if you make a mistake, you misjudge what it is you're doing, or the circumstances that you're in, you can get yourself killed. You can get everybody around you killed. It's a frightening job. What's even scarier is there's a certain point in your career where you start training people to do it, and now you're there training them. And then, can you imagine the gut-wrenching feeling of having trained someone and then sending them into a situation and then them dying, and maybe they were alone when they died, and there's no way of knowing if they made a mistake and it was their fault, or you didn't teach them well. Yeah, high-risk jobs they do test your morality. At least they go out with a bang. Fuck off, Sean. Okay, what do I have to do now? The role do I have to perform with Norgu in Jahar? Wait, where are we going? High-risk jobs are not necessarily for everybody, but they can be probably some of the most rewarding. I mean, yeah, there is, yeah, if, like I was saying, that would be very crushing to train someone, them dying, and then you're left wondering, is that my fault? And that's something you have to take seriously when I'm on ship and I'm conducting that exercise and it doesn't go my way. A lot of people tend to just go, whatever. We don't need to do any more than that. Okay, so we have to go over here now. Aren't we in this valley? I'm so confused. Let's go. I remember once I did an exercise on how to respond to a hazmat spill, and the personnel just didn't take it seriously at all, and they didn't arrive in the proper kit. They didn't do the proper procedure, and I just lost it. I remember being, quite annoyed about it. And you do sit there and you go, look, guys, I know everybody wants to go to supper. Nobody wants to do this exercise again. And then I made sure that it was part of my morning brief from then on. When we do this, we're going to do it right, and you're going to do it, or you're going to do it again. Because I don't want it when the real thing happens, that walk into a room and find 3 people dead on the ground. One of the things you have to consider is, again, on board ships, and this is true of any ships, big batteries are often used to back up critical systems. Think of the UPS that you have under your computer right now. If that thing starts to burn, okay, it's a bad day. And companies around the world, what they do is they build huge battery banks. If that stuff starts to burn and melt and fall over the place, it creates some really nasty gas, depending on the kind of battery. And basically, you can walk into a room, inhale this gas, and burn the inside of your lungs. Some scary shit people do. And I was hoping to be further in vabbi by the end of this stream. We still got, I think, about 30 minutes. For sure, yeah, acid vapor is what I'm describing. It's not a pleasant thing to want to deal with. That's why I don't breathe fire, yeah. I was watching QI the other day. I don't know if you've ever heard of QI, the British show that used to be done. They used to be hosted by Stephen Fry, now hosted by Sandy Tutsvig. And at one point, one of the questions they ask is like, what should a fire spitter avoid doing? But basically what it came down to is no matter how good they are at what they do, as they spit fuel up and set it on fire, they do inevitably burn the inside of their lungs a little bit. And so it's one of those circus acts, if you will. That's, you think, oh wow, that's amazing. Yeah, but no matter how good they are at their job, they've probably done irreparable damage to their lungs, to their throat, to their face, just burns. So right, we've almost got Norgu. I mean, this has taken a while, but I can only imagine how long it would have taken us to get Libya tonight if we had done that instead. If you get trained for a year with water and only UPLO, it's manageable. I don't know what UPLO is. You need an apprentice. Yeah. I can see that. But what they were saying on QI is that most people don't. They were just saying that, yeah, you do tons of damage to yourself. Ultra pure lamp oil versus MSDS. So in Canada, there's actually restrictions on what you can use to fire breathe? Is that what you're saying? Yes, Norgu! One thing less to think about. And Norgu's not level 20, is he? Bastard. Alright, so Gwen's running Ineptitude. Let's give Norgu the other way around. There we go. So now he's running Panic. Perfect. And now we are where? Well, Pledge of the Merchant Princes. Let's go kill us some Ibogas. Okay, Handfire, you're gonna have to try to explain why you know so much about refined paraffin and what fire breathers use. Oh man, it has been a while since I've been into this zone. This brings back memories. Um, I remember a couple of times coming out here for Nick the Traveler. I forget what the Ibogas were good for down here. I think it's because these are the highest level Ibogas. I could be wrong outside of hard mode, but I think these are the highest level ones that are the easiest to get to. We needed to go out here and fight them. Oh, oh, you're a professional fire performance weapon dancing circus coach. Well, then you should watch that episode of QI, and you should write into QI and tell them they're full of shit. That's what you should do. Man. Look at this shit. Yeah, I'm telling you. We spent tons of time here killing these guys with Nick the Traveler, for the Nick the Traveler. But I can't remember what it is these guys dropped that we wanted. I'm hoping one of them drops something that Nick the Traveler once wanted. I'm just gonna... Goddamn Astro Whispers. Nah, I rather QI say that fire breathing is stupid. If you've never watched QI, I highly recommend it. Go on YouTube.
Rami has left the server.
Just type in QI, and it's great. By the way, that was me who shouted Guild Wars Buddy. Where did you shout Guild Wars Buddy? Let me look at the chat. Guild Wars Buddy? Oh, Nemesis. Ray, sorry man, I'm so single-minded in the way that I just look at the chat, look at the screen, look at the chat. I completely missed you, man. Did you know I was going into that zone? Yeah, I tend to just... I get into this zone, I pay attention to very little. This is one of the reasons, like, this is, Oh, okay, good. I'm glad you're not mad or anything. But, I was watching a little bit of Wooden Potatoes today, and that was a skill that Flail picked up really quick, is that ability to stream, you know, look at chat, stream, look at chat, talk to someone, stream, look at chat, do this, do this. Oh, glad you've been following me for years, man. I do have to ask though, like Handfire, you got a nice short name. Sean, you got a nice short name. Whenever somebody comes up with a really long name, I'm looking at that is King Kur Manaru. That is a fucking mouthful. Yeah, I was rewatching videos recently about the deep because that's like where we plan on going, and it was a video that Wooden Potatoes made 6 years ago. Now it's a really long time ago, but it had Magical Mike, me, and him, and we ran the deep together using the hero way. And Flail, because he was there in factions, he was at that point in his let's play. So we ran with him, and then afterwards, me and him got on Skype and we rewatched the footage. So he sent me the footage via YouTube, and we watched it together. And then we speculated about the origin of Kanaksai. Like, what is Kanaksai? Where does he come from? Why is he split up into separate parts? Um, and so it was interesting. It was interesting to rewatch over again to kind of think, okay, so like this is 6 years later, Flail or Wooden Potatoes, as you know him best. That's what he was. He's still doing that job. You know what I mean? Like he made YouTube his profession, and he's doing well with it. And then recently I found out he had a girlfriend, so I haven't asked him about that yet, but I'm curious. Alright, so Messenger of Lissa. Do I have to bring you somewhere? Oh, we're going to the Mirror of Lissa again. Let's go. Oh man, I went the right way this time. Yay! Oh, you started watching me. No, that is the title of it. It was how to make and keep money in Guild Wars, and that's my most popular video ever. I think it has 50,000 views or something, and which is nothing compared to the audiences of actual YouTubers versus Loleo me. Grand Quarter Semicolon. I hate this mission. But that video, I remember getting a lot of hate for that video. Well, Sean, you've met her? You know she's cool? I had a longer name before, and I thought I would stream on Twitch. I remade my account so that people could pronounce it easily. Yeah. You know, I instantly regretted the creation of my name for a few reasons. When I made the YouTube channel, I thought, okay, I need something that has to do with Guild Wars, and I need something like friendly to like say like what we're doing. And I, hey, how's it going, Kiyomaru? Um, and so I was thinking about, oh, what could I put? And I thought, oh, Buddy. I'll just put Buddy. So it's kind of friendly. It's kind of nice. It'll kind of work. Um, and so I put it in, and then it must have been 5, 10 videos in. Somebody said, oh, aren't you Canadian? And I said, yes. And they said, so you chose Buddy? And I thought about it, and I went, oh, man. And South Park was making all those jokes. I'm not your buddy, friend. I was just sat there going, oh, why did I do that? And I don't even use buddy that much in conversation. But as I was using it as part of my title, I started using buddy more and more in... I'm not your buddy, yeah. I started using buddy more and more as in everyday parlance, which is terrible. Um, I think you must have gotten hate or something about those power traders. You was selling ectos to the trader. Yeah. Well, it's because at the time there was a debate in Guild Wars about, and this is true about the real economy, right? Because remember, 2008 was the the housing market collapse, but this idea of bankers, this idea of people who don't contribute to society in the same way. So a farmer makes food, and let's say over here this other person makes prepared food, like a restaurateur makes food out of that food. So he's like adding a layer to it. And then in between, somebody has to drive the truck between that farmer and this guy. And the idea is that the power trader is sort of like the farmer who sits outside of everything and steals a little bit from all of them as they go through, because people aren't willing to sit there and uh, yeah. So it was just one of those things that just frustrated me. As I was like, so in other words, the amount of greens, let's say, of this particular item in the game right now is fixed at 10,000. And if it was up to the power traders, they would trade that green over and over again and make it worth more and more and more, despite the fact that demand was pretty steady and supply was pretty steady at 10,000. And I sat there and I thought it would make infinitely more sense if more of them went out farming so that the 10,000 greens were up and we had 11,000, 12,000, 13,000, and then the price with demand would stay stable. Yeah, buy 15 exos for 100k, sell 12 for 100k, make 3 ecto profit. Yeah, I'm describing a sales company. And it was just one of those things that I hated because it entered into the community and I thought it was unnecessary. I didn't think it added anything to the to the game. Alright, is this where we're at now? We're at the Grand Court of Civic Hall. I'm going to give this a go. I'm going to give this a go. I made a promise to Talcora. Fuck you, dumb piece of shit. Ogden, get out. Talcora, come on in. And we're gonna see if we can do this with our garbage heroes. They're not that garbage, but it's just. Oh wait, well we have like things we can use, right? Okay, we have to make sure not to lose the middle. That's the big thing here. Well, it added an economic factor to the game, and they never, the ArenaNet or NCSoft or whoever, never wanted to add a market to the game. They said they would, and they never did. And so, because we didn't have an auction house, it allowed these people to exploit. It felt like they were exploiting the system and exploiting people in the process by, forcing either you had the time to sit there and sell your thing for the market price, or you didn't. And a lot of people didn't have the time, and that sucked. It was no fun. But I knew a fair amount of people that were power traders and that, did that kind of thing. They're like, yeah, I just spent like forever in Spamadan and I bought this mini, and this mini right now is worth a lot of money. Yeah. And I sat there just like dumbfounded, thinking like, really? This doesn't help anything. All you've done is artificially raise the price of that mini. And then, yeah, I remember the video I made. I had gotten a chunk of Ecto, and I just went, fuck these power traders. I'm so annoyed at what they've done that I'm willing to sacrifice a chunk of change. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm supposed to let these things. I'm supposed to let the blasphemy in by itself because it helps me somehow. Yes. don't want to go down the rabbit hole and be bitching about power traders. I think I made an entire video about it, and that's enough. I had no problem with people, you know, kind of playing the game and, taking some time to get a fair market price for their items. Like, I didn't have a problem with that. Like, if you wanted to sit in town and make money, that was fine. But if all you did was not contribute to the economy of the game by going out and getting items, and that was bad. Oh, it didn't necessarily piss off the power traders, but what it did is me refusing to give them the money, because I said, like, oh, I want X amount for these ecto, and somebody said, you're never going to get that much, blah 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 blah. Then somebody else tried to sell me, tried to buy them for even cheaper, and then somebody said, oh, I'll give you these items, and I was like, no, I just want some cash. I want this much. That's how much they're worth. And somebody said, oh, whatever, blah blah blah, and I spent about an hour trying to sell this stuff. And eventually just gave up and went to the merchant, and just sold them all. I thought about making a fiery dragon sword. How into that would you be? What do you mean making a fiery dragon sword? You mean in real life? Making sort of like Baltimore blade and shield, or sword and shield, or whatever it's called? Like actually making a physical weapon and then putting fire on it? Attack on the Kodash. We've done. I mean, look at this. I mean, this isn't bad at all for the night. I mean, we got into vabbi. We've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 missions. We've pushed quite hard into this area. This is good. I'm really happy with the progress we've made. So in real life, you're talking about making a fiery dragon sword. Like, would in the hilt, would there be like butane, or like what refined paraffin, or whatever it is you're talking about, that would feed the weapon? Or would it be like a one-off? You put fuel on it, you'd let it on fire, then it would burn for a certain amount of time. Because really all you need is a helix, right, of metal. Well, not a perfect helix, but you know what I mean, right? Alright, who am I talking to here? What? What am I doing? I didn't bring the right hero or something, didn't I? Koss and Maloney must be in the party. For fuck's sakes. Kevlar yarn and aramid wicking fabric with petroleum naphtha for fuel and bare steel frame. I mean, you're the expert. I don't know enough about weaponry to know if that would work. Koss and Maloney. Who am I going to take out and replace with Koss and fucking Maloney? I mean, Susuke, sure. So let's take Koss and Maloney. Who? I don't want to drop Norgu. Fuck Norgu. Let's. No, it'd be pretty cool. I mean, that would be the only. Wait, would it burn red though? Or would it burn blue? You know what I mean? Like, because there's the vampiric, which burns red. There's the standard fiery dragon sword, which burns orange. Night, Sean. Now, is that from changing the fuel, which changes the temperature, or is that something you add to the fuel that changes what it burns in terms of color? See, it's a nice sword. It's just not amazing. I don't know how many people would really know what it is. You know what I mean? Wait, what do I have to do now? Help defend the grand. Okay, yeah. I'd probably dissolve mineral salts into the alcohol-based fuel. It'd be dimmer than flat bright orange. Well, what would you use it for? Like, are you thinking in an act, or? I mean, Ritlock is a fairly prominent character in Eye of the North and in Guild Wars 2. So, I mean, the Fiery Dragon Sword is fairly well known. So, of all the Guild Wars 2... Sorry, of all the Guild Wars swords, it'd probably be the best known. And yeah, you're right, it would work great with cosplay if you dressed up as a Char, wielding a Fiery Dragon Sword. That'd be pretty cool. Although then I'd be afraid with all that fur of having a Fiery Dragon Sword. You know what I mean? Yeah, because think about it. If you were cosplaying a Char, yeah, it would be incredibly flammable because you'd have all that fur. You're almost guaranteeing that you're going to set yourself ablaze. Oh, I'm not suggesting, that you'd be the first. I'm simply saying if you were going to do a Fire Dragon Sword, it would make more sense to do it as a Char than pretty much anything else. Although it doesn't... One of the... Isn't it the Prince in Prophecies has one as well? He stole from a Char?
Rami has connected.
They are human swords. Are they? I always assumed they were Char swords because you see them used by the Char in the Searing, don't you? No, no, no. Don't let this person die. No. Ritlock has one he plundered from the humans, yeah, and the prince definitely has one. But just whenever I see them, I always think of them as char weapons, because in Eye of the North, so many of them carry them around. No, they were used by the humans in the faux fire. Okay. Like I said at the start of this series, I am not the lore expert. I leave that to Flail. Alright, Mr. the Bold. Where are we going now? Kodash Bazaar again. And that should be it for this area, isn't it? There isn't one in the Minai Town. There's one more mission to be done up here, but I think that's a bonus mission, isn't it? Oh, this is where I get a choice of Garden in Danger or Rawjock. Right, let's do this one. Or are we supposed to do both? Sure. But let's start with Rawjock. And we need Milani, so let's get Koss out of the party and put back in Norgu. Wait, where are you going? Oh, we don't have access to that zone yet, do we? Let's go to Honor Hill. I think I know where they want me to go. Yeah, Vabbi is a lot longer than I thought it was, and then we're going to spend like a good chunk of tomorrow in the Desolation. This is gonna suck. I hate the worms. Like, I don't hate the worms, I didn't like the mechanic. Like, right off the bat, I didn't like the... Why do I have to go into the township? Is that really where I have to go? I'm just going to unlock this area first, the one town over here, but just so that I have it, if this is when I can get it. But when we do get to the Desolation, the problem I have with the worms... Oh, you think they're coming back in the expansion to Guild Wars 2 that's coming out? Yeah, maybe. The Gen 2 worms? Yeah, would make sense. I mean, if you're going to add the Desolation, you're going to have to find a way of getting around it. The sulfurous waste or whatever. Oh, so you're saying they're Orion, and well, the Orions were human, right? Wait, is this where I have to be? Dasha Vestibule. I think it is. You must make a choice. Go to Ronjok and Korna, or help the Valibians in the Garden of Sibin. I don't understand where they want me to go. Oh, oh, okay. Here. Well, at least I haven't unlocked Dasha Vestibule, so yeah. Sohothin and Magdiar are ancient and magical Orions. Yeah, I don't remember much of the origin of the Orions. I shudder to think, because I know Mike was teasing me about some of the things I was questioning, but I shudder to think what Flail would say if he heard me talk about um, this stuff in complete ignorance. All right, I'm lagging out or something. My character just stopped moving. What the fuck? That's weird. Okay. Or was the place the gods landed when they came to Earth? Humans are aliens, which they brought to Earth. Okay. They built the kingdom of Or and sent the Forgotten out to prepare the world for them. So the Orions are human. Anyways, like I said, I shudder to think what Flail would think of my complete and utter ignorance of this game's lore. I used to know this stuff, but my mind has been taken over with procedures. When the Char conquered Ascalon, they moved south for Or, not west through the dwarves, and basically nuked itself. And Or basically nuked itself. Yeah. Orions got destroyed by Abaddon by corrupting Fuzir and Kilabron, who was known as the Undead Lich. Worst game twist ever. Wasn't this the same thing we did last time with Milani running around doing this? Except it was corrupted nature was what we were fighting last time, and now we're fighting something else. Teeth. There were sharp teeth, like the land was eating itself. The White Mantle twist was okay, the Vizier one wasn't. Oh, here we go. Prophecies is nothing but a whole lot of twists. Die! Jack, don't get your ass killed. Milani, no. Yeah, you can skip a lot of prophecies. I know, because you can just get run from Ascalon to Lion's Arch. I forget where else you can get run to. And then just go straight to the volcano place, whatever it's called. Alright. Yeah, I'm ready. Nundu Bay. And I think this is it for tonight. We were just coming up on 3 hours now. We've made it to Nundu Bay. I think we're done with the vabbi missions. Now we do these 2 or 3, and then we start making our way into the Desolation. It's Ascalon to Drox, to Thunderhead Keep, yeah, that brings you to the Ring of Fire, Abaddon's Mouth, and then Hell's Mission. Yeah, it's quick to finish Prophecies. Huzzah, Nundu Bay. Yeah, thanks Henfire and King Kamaru and Sean and all of you guys for coming out and watching. Tomorrow we're going to continue and we're going to push to finish Nundu Bay and a few of the other missions, and then into the Desolation. It'll probably take 2 more days before we get to Abaddon, and then we'll push to upgrade our heroes a bit. Off camera, I'll finally do what I said I was going to do yesterday and get these guys roomed up. Alright, so thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.